Akov lobs to Brazil, and he slams it off. Darius, pull up three. No good. Followed by Brazil. Thomas hits a three across the foul. Oh, my goodness. Hawks in transition. And allow it to Billy on the other end, and he throws it down.
This is Hog Reaction. The Hogs are on the road in Nashville, ESPN Arkansas, and HitThatLine.com are along for the ride, keeping you informed on Cal and the team.
Outlet to Wagner. Three-pointer good. DJ Wagner with the three. Brazil may have saved the game right there.
Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's.
Cross court. Hewitt open. Left wing. Three good from the lead.
Exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery. Hog Reaction is also presented by Ozark Orthopedics.
This team is prepared for March, and they're built for March.
This is Hog Reaction.
82-79, the final score tonight. Arkansas advances by the skin of their teeth, but they get through, and they will face a very surprising Ole Miss Rebels team tomorrow. And I guess it will be the semifinals of the SEC tournament. This is Hog Reaction. Zach Harn's got Matt Jones, who has had quite the Razorback day. Went to the baseball game, did the basketball game later on in the evening. Matt, how you doing, man? Matt.
Hey.
Hey, man.
Yo.
Busy day for you.
Man, what a good day. Got to see a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth, and then got to see Acuff, the alpha. How fun was that?
Man, I guess it doesn't get any better than getting to the conference semifinals. Going to take on a surprising Ole Miss team. But look, this wasn't easy. Give credit to Oklahoma. That is a team that has been real hot since the middle of February, and they gave Arkansas everything they wanted.
Man, we were. It looked like it took us a second to get our legs, but they figured it out, man. That's what you got to do. Each game tells a story of its own.
It has been it's been an incredible year to watch Darius Acuff do the things that he does. It's really
NBA, it'd be totally different because there's like everybody can't hit a jump shot. Think about when everybody can hit a jump shot, and if you help off, he makes the right pass. Dude's going to be amazing.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely incredible to watch. And when you watch, when you're watching greatness, I mean, you have to appreciate it. Ty, you're in the building watching this, and the oohs and ahs that surround this kid are incredible. I mean, I know there's a bunch of Razorback fans in there, but there's a bunch of people just sitting there watching basketball. When people watch out, do you ever sit and watch the reactions to some of the things that he does?
Yeah, you remember that one game where Larry Bird was hitting all those shots left-handed, and the Hawks were just on the sideline falling over?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's kind of the reaction you saw from the few Oklahoma fans and other fans in the building. Arkansas fans have been kind of used to what he's done thus far, but you've got these other fan bases that maybe outside of the one game that Arkansas played him this year, or maybe they just haven't watched a lot of them, are just amazed and mesmerized. But he just hits tough shot after tough shot, and I think when you look at the stat sheet after the game, he shot over 50%, guys. I mean, 37 points on 11 of 21, 5 of 9, and 10 of 12 from the the free throw line. So it's not like he took 30 shots to get 37. He did it efficiently. And a lot of the big nights that he's had this season, he's done it above 50%. His assist to turnover ratio has been the best of this year, 5-2, probably a little under his average, but another special night for the kid from Detroit.
If you want to get in on this, 877-377-6963. We've got some text that we'll get to. Time matter here for the duration of this. It is after midnight, and this is Hog Reaction. We'll be back. We're going to talk about an 82-79 Arkansas win coming up.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning, Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Your child falls at practice. You wake up with sudden back pain. Now what? Ozark Orthopedics is here when you need them the most. Visit one of their orthopedic urgent cares Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for fast, specialized care. Or use the free HURT app anytime, day or night, to get injury advice from an orthopedic specialist. Ozark Orthopedics delivers expert advice in minutes without the wait and expense of an unnecessary ER visit. Download the free HURT app today or visit ozark-ortho.com.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson with the Morning Rush, here with my buddy Mike Thorell-Keld. And Mike, you've been doing IT solutions for 25 years.
Anything to do with IT, I can help you with servers, networking, workstations, Wi-Fi, custom databases, anything you need. I can save you money over your current IT provider. Just give me a try.
How do people get in touch with you, Mike?
You can visit my website, cedarviewit.com. That's cedarviewit.com. Or you can call me at 479-601-2606. Your problems whimper at my solutions.
I have people skills.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Since 1956, Swift's Jewelry has been Fayetteville's trusted name for timeless beauty and expert craftsmanship. Whether it's restoring a cherished heirloom, repairing your favorite piece, or creating a custom design as unique as your story, our master jewelers bring brilliance back to life. Visit Swift's Jewelry next to Hugo's in beautiful downtown Fayetteville, where every piece is treated like a masterpiece. Swift's Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956.
Dog Party USA has been voted the best boarding and daycare facility since 2007. Located in the heart of Northwest Arkansas, this woman, veteran, and locally owned business has everything your pup needs to have a great time. With 5 acres, indoor and outdoor play areas, an agility yard, and a swimming pool, there's something fun for every size dog. Trained pet care technicians supervise play groups 7 days a week, equipped with the latest air purification technology and cleaning protocols to keep your dog safe. Visit the website at dogpartyusa.com for more information.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
We all make plans for the future, like car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires. Don't disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Mama,
479
479
521
521
4220.
420.
Guys, we've all felt it. Mood swings, fatigue, loss of motivation, muscle loss, maybe even the loss of appetite in the kitchen and the bedroom. You may be suffering from low testosterone. Game Day Men's Health in Bentonville, just north of Rainbow Curve at 2905 South Walton Boulevard, has the answer. Get tested free, yes free, and receive your lab results on the spot. We treat low T, weight loss, peptide therapy, and ED. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com or call 479-533-0933.
Thomas, open 3 from the corner, and it's good.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Sutherland's. Our exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and by Ozark Orthopedics. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
The Nielsen ratings, the top 4 programs that are getting watched: Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, and that little school in Arkansas.
This is Hog Reaction.
82-79, the final score tonight. Zach Arns, Ty Richardson, Matt Jones with you on Hog Reaction. If you want to get in, 877-377-6963. And Matt, I'm going to start with you because I figure you're the best person to ask this question because you've been through this. You know, we've talked all week. Ty's talked about it. I've talked about it. Like, how important is it to go down to one of these, you know, postseason conference tournaments when you're kind of solidified where you're going? I know you want to go down and win, but how much are we putting into this? It felt like Arkansas put everything they had into beating Oklahoma tonight.
Man, Zach, that's a good question. I had a coach named Jack Del Rio, and you guys know this. When you play a preseason game, we would still talk about it the same way. So this is a tournament game, and there's just, it comes to a routine. It comes to how you act. It comes to building good habits. And that's what they did tonight, because I'll be honest with you, I thought Arkansas as a team played about a C-plus game, but Acuff played an A-plus game. I don't know, who do you guys think played a decent game besides Acuff tonight?
Brazile was okay. I thought Brazile going 12-11 was I mean, he's the only other player in double figures, but you know, we've gotten a couple of texts so far that they've become very Acuff dependent when they get stuck on offense, and that, you know, that can be concerning. But when you've got, you know, the Jordans and the Iversons and now the Acuffs, I mean, he can bail you out of this stuff.
Exactly. That sounds like jealousy talking. It's like, yeah, we have Acuff and you don't. Yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like. And it's been a beautiful thing to watch. It's the thing too is, and we had talked the whole week when Acuff scored 49 against Alabama. That's the most unselfish 49 I've ever seen. He's not a selfish player. You know, you look across the league at Hubbard at Mississippi State, volume shooter. A known player on our team, Malik Thomas, volume shooter. That's not Acuff's game. He's a different cat, man. You got to enjoy him while you got him.
Ty, this to me feels like this feels like you've been off for almost a week, and you just kind of grind through this one. You're going to get a matchup tomorrow against a team that's played a couple of games in the last few days against Ole Miss. And again, I don't know. I don't know if they can advance past the 5 line. I think they're pretty well, unless you go ahead and you win this thing and beat Florida in the process. I don't know. Again, that's why I asked Matt the question. I don't know how much you put into this.
Yeah, I think so. The Ole Miss victory today kind of hurt you because I don't know where they rank quad 1 wise, but I'm going to guess it's outside the top 50, being it's a neutral site. So you don't have that. You can pad your resume a little bit more if Alabama was on the other side of you tomorrow. But I think, like to what Matt said earlier, like Arkansas's only won one of these things one time, and especially with Ole Miss being in front of you, you feel like you can win that game. And listen, I don't necessarily think they can beat Florida, but just for a team to get to the tournament championship again and get back at a team that crushed them a few weeks ago, February 28th, I think there is something to say about the angle you're taking, Zach. But I think these guys are competitors, and based on how Darius came out with a furious vengeance tonight, and I say vengeance, but came out aggressive and was getting after it, I think he wants to play 2 more days, fellas.
Okay, I asked that question to ask both of you this question. Played 7 guys tonight, and the 2 guys off the bench played 30 minutes total. DJ played 16, Ewan played 24. Bench has always been short, but I know in tournament play with the extra timeouts, Matt, you played in this sort of stuff, but with the extra timeouts, I don't know that depth is as big an issue as it would be during a regular season game when you're playing on a Tuesday and then you've got a game on a Saturday or playing Wednesday to Saturday. I don't know that it's as big a deal when you're playing a condensed number of games in a condensed number of days.
Zach, man, I appreciate that, man. We got beat both games in the first game, so we never had to repair for the second game. I find it atrocious that they don't get 24 hours rest. I mean, you preach about, hey, we're taking care of these kids. We want a good product. We're paying these kids money, and then you make them come back and play a game in 12 hours. It's
that's tough. I mean, they're not going to get to bed.
It's antiquated.
It's 12:27 right now. I mean, they're going to get to bed probably in the next 2 hours.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
No, you can't. You don't go to sleep after.
That's
I've never
true, yeah.
went to sleep after a game within 4 hours because it's a game. Like you just can't. You don't. It doesn't happen.
That's incredible because I mean, even like the coaches are going to be up all night, drawing up game plans. Obviously, you've done some prep before that, but I mean, just from body recovery, I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, we're talking about 14 hours for these kids to turn around and do this again. I know they've played, the AAU stuff, and you do that, you'll play 3 or 4 games in a day and then turn around and play 3 or 4 more. But this is a little different. I mean, the competition level's better. How long does it take a body to recover after that?
Man, I think it's all situational, but that's a very good question. And the cool thing was I had a guy named Dave England who was the basketball manager, and then Dean Weber, who's one of my favorite. He was Mr. Miyagi. And they really do kind of help you out in that thing. And that's the one thing that's different about college basketball to any type of G League basketball is you're getting first-class everything. Everything is first-class treatment, rub downs, stretching, nutrition, anything you want to say. It's all first class. So I guess that's the good thing. But it seems like there's something off that it's like people get to make choices that've never played sports before because nobody that's ever played the game would say, yeah, you should play another game again in 9 hours.
Yeah, a game at this level, at the very least.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Ty, you tonight, Pringle and Ewan give you 41 minutes. They give you 11 and 9. You good with that? Would you take that going forward?
Well, I mean, you might be able to get away with that tomorrow against Ole Miss, but I mean, you can't against Florida. And there's probably some other teams in the NCAA tournament you play that you can't take. I thought Pringle. Now I know we've talked about him. He looked a little more explosive tonight. I mean, he had I think 2 dunks maybe in this game, and anytime that you see that, you see some signs of life, I think you get a little happy. But no, Zach, I think you're going to need more from him, more not just from him, but Malik Ewan, who has all the offensive skill set, all of it to be consistent and productive. And sometimes he hasn't, sometimes he hadn't. He just didn't necessarily have it all tonight.
Matt's the only one that probably sat and watched the baseball game today, Matt. Walk-off home run, what was that, in the bottom of the 9th inning?
How cool. Did you guys see any? Oh, y'all didn't see any of that because it went on TV. Oh my goodness, dude! So I got to go to the game. It was amazing. Bang bang play at first. You think the guy scores at home, and they call him out, and then dude on the other team hits a 2-run bomb, and you're like, what's going on? And then the first batter, number 5, gets up and just hits a no-doubter. That was the coolest. I've only been to like 12 baseball games in my entire life at Baum. That was the coolest game I've ever been to. There was 10,000 people there. It was amazing.
We were over at the Stadium Shop prior to the game, and just as the crowd was building, and it was a cross between, there were Mississippi State fans there were Arkansas fans there, but the Mississippi State fans go home sad, and that's always a good day around here. We're going to continue to talk about tonight. We're going to spin it forward and talk about tomorrow coming up. You are listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
Your time is important. Are you still wasting time going to the oil change shop? Why? Oil Ninja Mobile Oil Changes comes to you. At home, at work, even during the game. Right now, get your first full synthetic oil change for just $74.99. Up to 5 quarts. No waiting, no shop, no wasted Saturday. Take back your time. Book now at www.oil.ninja or call 877-OIL-NINJ.
Kitchen demo, bathroom redo, pipe removal. This project list looks worse than my basketball bracket.
At least your bracket is supposed to be fun.
Not when the plumbing is an underdog.
Why are you even stressing? Just call Paramount Plumbing. We've used them for years for the little odds and ends, but they handle the big stuff too.
So they can actually fix this mess?
Yep, around Northwest Arkansas, they're basically the #1 seed when it comes to plumbing.
Give Paramount Plumbing a call, 479-790-8427. Proudly rooted in Northwest Arkansas. Neighbors helping neighbors since 2012.
Bad things happen to good people. I'm Ray Schlegel with the Schlegel Law Firm. With over 20 years of legal experience as a trial attorney specializing in personal injury, criminal, and family cases, I've recovered over $100 million in compensation for my injured and disabled clients, handled serious criminal charges, and repeatedly resolved divorce matters to my client's satisfaction. My staff and I are here in your corner to fight for you and see that better days are ahead. If you've had a bad day, call Ray. For a free consultation, reach us online at baddaycallray.com.
Your child falls at practice. You wake up with sudden back pain. Now what? Ozark Orthopedics is here when you need them the most. Visit one of their orthopedic urgent cares Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for fast, specialized care. Or use the free HURT app anytime, day or night, to get injury advice from an orthopedic specialist. Ozark Orthopedics delivers expert advice in minutes without the wait and expense of an unnecessary ER visit. Download the free HURT app today or visit ozark-ortho.com.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning, Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
Feel like you can't miss it when it comes to tournament time? Then prove it during the Twin Peaks Dos Millions Bracket Challenge presented by Dos Equis. You could win $2 million for a perfect bracket. Plus, the top bracket at every lodge locks in a $50 Twin Peaks gift card. Pick, post up with a 29-degree Dos Equis draft, and repeat all tourney long at Twin Peaks and Rogers. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
Acuff to Thomas. Open three from the corner, and it's good.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Sutherland's. Our exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and by Ozark Orthopedics. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
The Nielsen ratings, the top 4 programs that are getting watched. Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, and that little school in Arkansas.
This is Hog Reaction.
82-79, the final score tonight. This is Hog Reaction. If you want to get in on it, 877-377-6963. You heard Cal mention Michigan State. They lost today to UCLA. Man, Matt Jones is with us. Ty Richardson's with us. Guys, there are just teams that I do not trust when it comes to the postseason. One of them is Purdue. One of them is Wisconsin. One happens to be Illinois. Illinois lost today to Wisconsin. Man, put Michigan State in that group. I know I'm rattling off like Big Ten teams. I don't trust Arizona either. Y'all got a team that you're looking at going, okay, that looks like a Final Four team to me. Houston blew out Kansas today, but I don't think Houston can shoot the basketball. I think Arkansas's got as good with the right matchups. Arkansas can make a run at this thing pretty effortlessly. That's just my opinion. Matt, what do you think?
I agree with you. I don't like either one of those teams. All the Michigan, Wisconsin. I mean, I do like Michigan. I'm sorry, Michigan State. Yes, and I'm a Tom Izzo fan, so it's kind of weird. I like Michigan to answer your question as far as teams that I really really like. I like Arkansas, and I agree with you when it comes to matchups. And basketball is the weirdest sport because in football, the best player plays one side of the ball. They play offense or defense. In baseball, the best player gets to hit every eight at bats. Then the best player gets to go hit again. It's not in basketball. Basketball, you play both sides of the ball, and the best player gets to take over. Most of the nights, man, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of players better than Darius Acuff in college basketball this year.
No, I agree, Ty. I mean, do you see anybody out there that's – I don't see a dominant team. I think Arizona's really good. I think there are really, really good teams, but everybody's got kind of that Achilles heel or that fatal flaw.
Yeah, the one seeds are going to be Florida, Duke, Michigan, who Matt mentioned, and also Arizona. If you told me, I had to pick one of the 4, I think Duke's – and I'm forgetting their point guard's name that they lost.
It's Boozer's brother now. He's the guy.
Okay, yeah, well, and because they lost that other kid, so that would worry me if I was a Duke fan. So, I mean, Arizona, I know they had that lull at one point this season, but they've been really, really good under Tommy Lloyd. I'll tell you a team, you kind of lumped in some teams you don't trust. Mine would be Iowa State, and it's Iowa State every year.
Every single year.
They are, if you watch them this season, they're really good, and they've got some marquee big-time Big 12 wins, but man, I don't ever pick the Cyclones to go far in your tournament bracket.
Unless the tournament's at Iowa State, you can't pick them.
I can't in good faith pick the Cyclones despite watching, was it Osterberger's team? Osterberger, whatever. He is a really good coach, yet I just can't trust the Cyclones.
Matt, can a guard carry you, a single guard carry you deep into the tournament? I know he's an elite level talent. But, you and I think, had talked about this at one point. Like, he reminds me of Allen Iverson. Iverson couldn't get Georgetown past the round of 16. Can a guard, albeit as talented as he is, do it on his own without the help of somebody who's 6'8", 6'9", 6'10"?
No. If he doesn't get help, if Brazil doesn't have a double-double, and you mentioned him earlier, if Billy Richmond doesn't have a good lather going on and doing his thing, Malik Thomas, anybody who thinks Malik Thomas is a first-round pick, I kind of have to laugh at you when you start talking basketball, here's the thing, though. You think that sounds negative. No, I love Malik Thomas. Malik Thomas is going to be the best player on our team next year. He's just not a one-and-done first-round pick. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But, no, if Darius Acuff doesn't get any help, he cannot take this team to a Final Four. He has to get help. Some other players have to show up, and that's the beauty and my pet peeve when I play basketball. If I have a point guard that doesn't know how to pass the ball, that's not Acuff. Just because Acuff can score doesn't mean he doesn't know how to pass the ball. Acuff looks for his teammates But again, I think some of us, we get caught defensively, like Ewing got caught a couple times tonight, ball watching. Like, quit watching the ball and play the game. But I think sometimes, Zach, I don't know, like, maybe they get starstruck. They're like, dude, this dude's amazing. I'm just going to watch him play.
I was going to bring that up because it had happened a couple of times where it's just like, they'll run they'll run the set, and then all of a sudden here comes Acuff, top of the key. He's working off a pick, and it's a two-man game, except the guy setting the pick isn't part of the plan. It's just Acuff, drives down the lane, tries to find somebody. They get caught ball watching. And then tonight, defensively, Ty, I don't know if you noticed this or anybody was talking about this afterwards. I felt like Oklahoma went after Acuff. Felt like they had
they did.
On the offensive end. I thought Oklahoma they would ISO him, they would get him mismatched on guys, and they went after him a little bit. And I haven't seen a team do that all year long, where it was like a consistent effort to try and get their best player matched up with Acuff.
Yeah, Porter Moser trying to tire him out on one end so he's not as lethal on the other. That's just good coaching. And Darius not the best admitter. He self-admitted that. Cal's talked about it. He's gotten better to where he was at the beginning of the year, but that's not his strength. Nigel Pack had another really good game for Oklahoma. It was just overshadowed by Darius Acuff. And then if you notice at the end of the game, Cal put Billy Richmond. I don't know if that was him or Coach Coleman that advised to put Billy Richmond on Nigel Pack, and I just watched the highlight of him missing what could have been a game-tying three. So when it comes down to it, the opposing best player, Billy's probably going to guard him at the end of the game, and that's exactly what happened tonight.
Matt, am I making too much about Acuff's usage rate? I get concerned, especially, I've said all year long, he handles the ball. He is a primary ball handler. He's ball dominant. And I've worried often about his usage rate when we get to March. You've done this. You've done this in multiple sports. Am I making too much out of this, or do players just play?
No, I think that's a very valid question, and he's a freshman, so you're kind of, your guard's up a little bit. The dude's only gotten better, but I think I had some of those same questions when we had Coach Zimmerman on one of our shows, and I kind of asked him the same thing. Like, you're wondering, does DJ Wagner need to give him a little breather for a second? What's going on? And I go back to what Larry Brown said about Allen Iverson the year that if the NBA Finals was a one and done, the Philadelphia 76ers would have been the NBA champions that year, but it's a 7-game series. And he said, they were like, hey, Allen Iverson shot it 23 times a game, and he's like, he should have shot it more. That's how we kind of feel about Acuff. It's like, man, that dude hits big shot after big shot, and we're all kind of prisoners of the moment. I get that, but you're not gonna, man. I don't know. In our lifetime, I'm 42 years old. I might have 20 years left on this life. I don't know if there's going to be another Darius Acuff come through here. Who's the last guard that could score like him? Todd Day? That's been 30 years.
Todd wasn't like this. Mayberry had to set him up. He reminds me in a lot of ways of Mayberry. He's just bigger, where Lee could get his own shot and get free from a defender, shake a defender, get a little bit of room. But Ty, recent memory, give me a guy that's even close to this. Oof. Allen Iverson's the best. I played against Iverson in high school, and I remember how lightning quick he was. Just that first step where he would get by you, and it's like, where did he go? How did he get there? I had good position on him. Acuff's that way. I can't come up with a comp at the college level right now.
Yeah, because he has so many counterbalances to his game. He can hit a fall away. He can hit a knockdown three. If you play off of him, he'll hit a step back. I think sometimes some kids focus on just one or two things, and that's why they can be guarded easier. But Darius is so hard to guard because if you get up on him, he's just going to go by you with the rip through. If you leave him open, he's got a good 3-point shot and a good step.
He's a hell of a passer too.
Yeah, he's got good vision. Yeah. The player I loved watching on his run, it was honestly the two UConn boys, Kimball Walker and Shabazz Napier, the runs they had. You would love to see Darius go on a run, even though he's really been doing it this entire season. And honestly, you probably have to step outside of Arkansas, like you're saying, because I don't know if we've had at least in my lifetime, a player like this.
Matt, you remember Randolph Childress, correct? Wake Forest guard.
Yeah.
That is
Josh Howard was next after that. Yeah.
That's who
Chris Paul.
that's who he reminds me of. Is just kind of
Yeah.
that swag with him. Like every time the ball leaves his hands, you expect it to go down. And Childress had that legendary run in the ACC tournament. That's what this feels like. That's what I feel like I'm watching. I just feel like I'm watching a moment in time that we may not see for another 30 years.
Zach, you're right on. Both you guys are right on. It's one of those deals where you kind of sit everything down and you just watch it all, and you're just like, wow. Like you were talking about quick steps and first steps, and I played against Reggie Bush when he was a rookie in the NFL. He played for the Saints, and we were playing against the Saints, and they beat us by like 30 that game, of course. But the defensive players came back, and I just remember them. The buzz on the sideline was, that dude's faster than everybody on the field. Like, it's just when players talk about other players, that's when your ears kind of perk up a little bit. And I think that's how they talk about Acuff. He's like Reggie Bush. Like that's, and I know it's a different sport, but you both you guys know how good Reggie Bush was.
Oh yeah.
Would Matt? This is just I'm trying to think of like someone that you play with like Gennaro Pargo. I know Darius is.
Pargo was a better shooter.
Okay.
That was it. That would be it. Pargo was a better shooter, and that's saying a lot. But Acuff, I think, is better at everything else. And Pargo played in the league for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. And I think he's an assistant for Portland or something now. I think one of the other elements, guys, that makes Darius such a good player, and he's talked about it with his grandpa, his uncle, his dad. But he studies film apparently all the time. He listed off some players like Marbury and also Iverson and guys that he's watched. I mean, these are guys like way before his time, because we got to remember
Marbury's a good comp.
Yeah.
for him. Stephon Marbury was Kenny Anderson, Stephon Marbury. Those are real good comps for him. Matt, you probably don't remember this, but when I watch him play, it's just like one of those sit down, shut up, and just watch it and appreciate what you see. I listened to Matt and Matt Jones, and Zach Clark talk about running the midline option one time, and it was just two people talking basketball. And it's just one of those things where you sit down, shut up, and just listen and learn. I feel like every time Acuff steps on the floor, it's just like shut up and just watch him. Watch what he does, because you're not going to see it again anytime soon. He's a rare specimen, and for the 30+ games that we get to see him, I feel like this is a moment in time that I was there. I was in school when Arkansas won the national title. That's one of those moments in time. I was there for the end of Miller Day in Mayberry, and then I got Corliss and Scotty in college, and that to me is a special time. I feel like right now we're seeing one of those moments.
I hope we get some rest, because Ole Miss is a real chance we can win. I don't know what Bandy's going to do with Florida, but I know this: when you get to be 58 years old, which I'm only 42, I don't know if I'll make it to 58. You don't talk about making it to the third round in the SEC and the NCAA tournament. You talk about hanging banners, and you talk about winning championships. And I think Arkansas is poised to win the SEC championship.
That they're on their way. 877-377-6963. He's Matt Jones, Ty Richardson from Nashville. We're going to talk some more about this coming up. Arkansas, in a couple hours, going to take on Ole Miss. You're listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
You don't just maintain your land, you master it. And at Sutherland's, we've got the steel to help you do it. Experience the brute force of a bad boy mower. These mowers turn a weekend chore into a victory lap. But every great machine needs a home. Our Sutherland's custom barns are built to last. Call 1-800-66-BARNS. Sutherland's, with 4 stores in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart, and online at Sutherlands.com. No matter the project, we're here to help, because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Hurt your wrist on the pickleball court? Rolled your ankle chasing the game-winning play? Ozark Orthopedics is here when you need them the most. They've got orthopedic urgent cares open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday in Bentonville and Fayetteville. And get the free Hurt app for 24/7, 365 days a year injury advice from an orthopedic specialist. With Ozark Orthopedics, you get answers fast and avoid unnecessary trips to the ER. Download the free Hurt app today or visit ozark-ortho.com to learn more. On the road to the game or anywhere life takes you, accidents don't take a timeout. From fender benders to hail damage, you need a repair team you can trust. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned for over 40 years and proudly holds an iCar Gold Class certification, ranking them in the top 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. From dents and dings to hail damage repair, their expert technicians will have your car looking like new. Schedule your estimate today. Go to CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Guys, we've all felt it. Mood swings, fatigue, loss of motivation, muscle loss, maybe even the loss of appetite in the kitchen and the bedroom. You may be suffering from low testosterone. Game Day Men's Health in Bentonville, just north of Rainbow Curve at 2905 South Walton Boulevard, has the answer. Get tested free, yes free, and receive your lab results on the spot. We treat low T, weight loss, peptide therapy, and ED. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com or call 479-533-0933.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we've put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
Jersey Mike's, locally owned and operated in Rogers, Bentonville, Fayetteville, and Springdale, believes in the value of ingredients, premium meats, the freshest vegetables, and delectable bread baked throughout the day. And then there's the juice that elevates your sandwich to the highest level. You'll taste the difference in every bite. Jersey Mike's subs are perfect for catering the office or your next tailgate party. Their cookie and brownie trays are the perfect finale to any type of gathering. Fresh baked daily, right there in the store. Jersey Mike's, the best submarine sandwich on the planet, always. Missed a step getting out of the car? Took a hard fall in the yard? When an injury happens, getting the right care quickly matters. Ozark Orthopedics is here when you need us most, with orthopedic urgent care in Fayetteville and Bentonville and the free HURT app. Their urgent cares are open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and HURT gives you access to free orthopedic guidance 24/7, 365 days a year, right from your phone or computer. Avoid unnecessary ER visits and get expert care fast. Get started at ozark-ortho.com.
Dog Party USA has been voted the best boarding and daycare facility since 2007. Located in the heart of Northwest Arkansas, this woman, veteran, and locally owned business has everything your pup needs to have a great time. With 5 acres, indoor and outdoor play areas, an agility yard, and a swimming pool, there's something fun for every size dog. Trained pet care technicians supervise play groups 7 days a week, equipped with the latest air purification technology and cleaning protocols to keep your dog safe. Visit the website at dogpartyusa.com for more information.
Kitchen demo, bathroom redo, pipe removal. This project list looks worse than my basketball bracket.
At least your bracket is supposed to be fun.
Not when the plumbing is an underdog.
Why are you even stressing? Just call Paramount Plumbing. We've used them for years for the little odds and ends, but they handle the big stuff too.
So they can actually fix this mess?
Yep, around Northwest Arkansas, they're basically the #1 seed when it comes to plumbing.
Give Paramount Plumbing a call, 479-790-8427. Proudly rooted in Northwest Arkansas. Neighbors helping neighbors since 2012.
We all plan to be on time, but fender bend, damaged windshield, and slick road quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance.
Call my friend J.T. Finley at 479-521-4220.
Take up to Thomas. Open 3 from the corner, and it's good.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Sutherland's. Our exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and by Ozark Orthopedics. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
The Nielsen ratings, the top 4 programs that are getting watched. Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, and that little school in Arkansas.
This is Hog Reaction.
877-377-6963. That is the phone number. Arkansas winner tonight, 82-79. Matt, we got a question on the text line for you. Were you in the hog pen tonight?
No, sir. I was right behind third base, 111.
Now, would you venture into the hog pen? That I personally would not. I mean, that's a creature all its own, but they tell me it's a little bit different out there.
I am an animal, so it could possibly happen. But I'll be honest with you, Zach. I've never ever stepped foot into the hog pen. I don't. Yeah, I haven't. I bet both of you have. Ty, have you been out there?
Oh yeah, Matt. It's a great. Oh yeah, it's a great
There's
time,
a
buddy.
statue of Ty out there.
I hadn't been yet this season, but it's a good time. So who Matt? Who bought the popcorn? You or Charlie? Who brought the popcorn?
Man, Charlie's the man. Hey, if anytime you want to go on a date with Charlie, man, you got to say yes. Charlie, he takes care of you. That's for sure, man. We had a great time. It was theatrics, fireworks, everything that we're sitting there. Everybody's standing up, and then homie gives up the 2-run shot. And you know what was cool about the Razorback fans? You didn't hear a whimper. Everybody was like, all right, they still got to get us out 3 times. And our first at batter gets up there and just rocks a no doubter. Like everybody, like go home. It was, dude. It was so cool. I don't know. Like I said, I've been to 12 Arkansas baseball games in the last 20 years, and that was the coolest one.
Zach, so Pompey tonight, that was his first at bat, and he gets up there and just cranks one.
Yeah.
Like Matt was saying. So think about if you're an Arkansas fan.
Today's a good day.
I don't know what the softball did. The
they
softball
lost.
team
They
they
lost
did.
today.
Rats. I was hoping we'd go 3 for 3, but I mean the conclusion. By the way, this basically was the exact same game in Norman. You won by 3 tonight, 82-79. You won 83-79 in Norman. It was essentially the same basketball game, a back and forth one. But guys, it was a great. I mean, the combo parlay of the basketball and the baseball team was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, Lenardi thought if Oklahoma won tonight, they were in.
Okay.
They're still they were his first team out, and and the bubble thing. It's all about what happens around you. I think Oklahoma, when the way they finished, I mean, it looks like a tournament team. I don't think they're going anywhere. But I mean, Matt, am I missing something here? I think Oklahoma's in. Arkansas is obviously in, but I think Oklahoma's got a pretty good case to make the tournament.
Yeah, I like Oklahoma. I thought, and I brought this up with Phil, and I don't know exactly how they do the play-in games for the 64 tournament because it's 6 days. They do the play-in games. Have Miami of Ohio versus Oklahoma for the play-in
Why
game.
not?
Like, because isn't that the concept? Like, everybody's like, Miami of Ohio is so good. They're 30-0, and they've only played quad 4 teams the whole year. I know they played a couple quad 2 and quad 3s, but I'm exaggerating. And it's like, we'll have them play against a mid-level SEC team, and let's really kind of – because there was a year we beat Boise State. I think I was a sophomore that year. We beat Boise State by like 20, and then Boise State goes like 11-1, and they're ranked ahead of us in the final poll, and we're like 9-5. And it's like, well, they didn't have to go through this SEC gauntlet. Boise State's not better than us. I am for Miami of Ohio being in, but let's play one of the big boys.
Yeah, I'm for it. I just the way Oklahoma played, I think they've gotten better as the year goes along, and that's something I think you have to account for. Is in the NIL portal era, I mean, it may take a team a little while to gel, and it felt like Oklahoma got that. It feels like Arkansas has gotten better as the year's gone on. I mean, this isn't the same team that got blown out by Auburn. I mean, they're playing with a purpose right now.
That's a good point. And, I think of guys like Carter Knox, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm the biggest Carter Knox fan in the country. Like, I think Carter Knox is amazing. We saw what his backup was doing when he got time. That's Billy Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to get Carter Knox back now. And let's don't look too far ahead in the future, but let's think about this Arkansas Razorback team next year. You're going to lose Brazil, and you're going to lose Acuff. Everybody else on this Razorback team is going to be wearing the Razorback jersey next year, and you're adding guys to it. I love what Coach Cal's doing here for the Hogs.
Ty, explain to me what happened in the game prior to that. How the heck does Alabama go and lose to Ole Miss?
Yeah, they could throw in the ocean tonight. Give Ole Miss credit because they played some good defense and they had some key shots when they needed to. But, I mean, Alabama's thing, it happens every single year. I know that's the SEC tournament rather than the NCAA tournament, but they're not hitting threes. They're not a great basketball team. They went 9 of 29, 31, which is not awful, to be honest. But if you watch that game, too many ill-advised shots. Like, their big man was jacking them. They had a few. You just felt like, what are they doing? And Ole Miss, they've got something cooking. I mean, I don't think it's going to be an easy game tomorrow, guys. Do you? Despite Ole Miss already having 3 games under their belt, you only having 1. I think you're in for another war just like today against Oklahoma.
I'm of the opinion. I think it's all how Arkansas recovers. They're better. Everybody was better than Ole Miss this year. I mean, they caught lightning in a bottle today, like you said. Alabama could throw it in the ocean. I think Arkansas, if they play their A game, wins this game by double digits, 12 points, 15 points. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. Now, you go and you miss shots, you turn the ball over, turnovers lead to points. You know, Matt, that's the recipe for the upset. I don't care what sport you're in. You turn it over, you don't hit your shots, you don't make the plays you're supposed to.
I agree.
You can get beat.
No, I agree with you, and I'll ask both you guys. I don't think our defense in the first half was good enough. And so we're like, if we're going to continue on and tournament plays a little different, but we gave up way too many easy baskets tonight, and to advance in a tournament you can't. We have to play better defensively.
And they gave up a good chunk of offensive rebounds too, Matt. So when you have that combo of easy buckets and you're letting them have second chance opportunities,
Got to be better on the boards. You're right.
Is that a communication thing where, guys just aren't talking, hey, that's my guy, who's got who? Or is that like a fundamental flaw defensively in the scheme?
Man, you know what? If we could figure that out, we might both make a lot of money. Sometimes, Zach, I see them, they're watching. Sometimes they get lost. I just don't know if it's 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids not understanding what's going on because, Ronnie Brewer is one of the smartest players that I've ever played with, whether it be basketball, football, whatever level. And so I know he's telling them the same things I'm telling you. Like I know exactly what he's saying. He's one of the smartest players I've ever played with. And they still, as kids, it's like, I mean, Zach, you have kids. Like, you tell them things, and sometimes they don't listen.
They do not. They stop listening when they're born. It's just one of those things. But like my daughter does this. She plays down low, and she's sort of the traffic cop. And she's like, well, as she's running back up the floor, it's like she's calling out, okay, you got this, you got this, you got this, I've got this. But there were too many times tonight where it just seemed like guys were frozen, didn't know who had who, and which led to easy plays at the rim. And against really good teams like Florida or Vanderbilt, that could be dangerous if you're playing that game.
Man, wouldn't that be cool if Vanderbilt wins? That would be not that we shy away from anybody. I agree with both you guys. I think as long as Arkansas recovers and shows up, we'll beat Ole Miss, 9 out of 10 times. And you're going to get a chance to. What do you guys think? So, do you think we're stuck on that fight? Let's say we beat Ole Miss, and I guess we're going to get to talk again tomorrow. But if they beat Florida and win the SEC championship, can Arkansas get a 2 seed, or do you think what's the best seed you guys think Arkansas can get?
I think a 3 is the max. That Florida win, man, would be massive because it'd be one of the best wins in college basketball this season. I think a lot would have to happen in the next 2 days. But
you have to have a lot happen around you.
Yeah,
a lot of teams would have to lose.
And guys, I think it's kind of a bummer because I'm kind of happy Ole Miss won. But at the same time, it's not going to bolster your resume if you beat them tomorrow. Like if Alabama was there and you beat them,
it hurts us more. You're right. It hurts if we lose tomorrow. It would hurt us more than if we win. I think you're right.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a weird situation for the Razorbacks where you felt like, man, maybe they can get on a 4 line if they beat Alabama. Well, now they don't have the Crimson Tide, so now you almost want that championship game to play the Gators and give yourself up and. That would it would be nice to see that, but I think your point's well made. We also have to factor in, guys. Ole Miss has a few extra hours of rest,
they do.
Being that they played the game before. Matt, you were talking about earlier. It's kind of a disservice to guys if you say how much you care about them, and you're not even getting them the 12 hours to recover. And again, a couple hours, Matt. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Oh, 100%, man. Get in the cold tub, get you some rest here. The thing about the game is it doesn't matter what time you play. You can't go to sleep after a game right away. Like these guys are still up right now. I know we're still up, but they're going to be up till at least 3 a.m. Not one of the guys that played 20 minutes plus will be asleep before 3 a.m. And then they're going to have to play again less than 12 hours when they wake up. So that's where you talk about the money that's spent on the training staff. You're talking about money that's spent other places. I always relied on people like that, like a Dean Weber and Eric Linzen. They're Dave England. They kind of teach you. They kind of just herd you the right way, point you in the right direction, and hopefully these kids are listening to them because they have to get some rest. And when you're young, I know when I was 19, you couldn't tell me anything, and so you got to kind of learn for you. So hopefully these guys are listening, and hopefully they get a little shut eye.
I don't know about y'all, but 20 minutes after we're done here, I'll be asleep.
I love it.
877-377-6963. We're talking about Arkansas's 82-79 win over Oklahoma tonight. Ole Miss coming up in a couple hours. We'll be back to talk about that game plus the rest of the tournament coming up. You're listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
Listening to Hog Reaction, exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning, Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
You've been dreaming of that new workshop, horse barn, or extra storage space? Now let Sutherland's make it a reality. Hi, this is Jeremy, sales manager at Sutherland's. From deluxe post frame packages to custom horse sheds, we have it all. And the best part, you don't have to lift a finger. Our expert crews handle the entire installation. Quality you can trust and service that's been family owned since 1917. 4 stores in Arkansas: Fort Smith, Huntsville, Hot Springs, and Stuttgart. Visit Sutherlands.com or stop by your local store today for a free estimate. No matter the project, we're here to help because at Sutherland's, home starts here.
Hi, this is Mike Threlka with Cedarview IT Solutions in Northwest Arkansas. I've been in the IT business for 25 years. I can help you with servers, networking, workstations, Wi-Fi, custom databases, and more. I can save you money over your current IT provider. For examples and other information, please visit my website at cedarviewit.com. That's cedarviewit.com, or you can call me at 479-601-2606. Cedarview IT Solutions. Your problems whimper at my solutions.
I have people skills. Driveway Service. Professional technicians, fully synthetic oil for only $74.99. This March, don't sit on the bench with your car care. Take back your time with Oil Ninja Mobile Service. Call 877-OIL-NINJ. Book now at www.oil.ninja or call 877-OIL-NINJ. Take back your time. Go Oil Ninja.
Spring is here, and it's the perfect time to upgrade your home. If your garage door needs repair or you're ready for a new look, call Precision Garage Door. From broken springs and openers to brand new doors, they provide expert service and professional installation. Fully licensed and insured, with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers, and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call 844-PDS-DOOR or visit PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Precision Garage Door, voted the best in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Save some green this spring at Rath Mitsubishi. We've been hard at work getting ready for warmer weather, and we put our best roster of new and pre-owned cars on the ground, priced to move. Get rates as low as 0% for 72 months on select new Mitsubishis, or save thousands off retail on road-ready certified pre-owned, all makes and models, backed by a comprehensive warranty. With our non-commissioned sales team, painless pricing playbook, and the nation's top lenders, we've got the deepest bench around, ready to take all the hassle out of getting your next ride. Venture off the beaten path at Rath Mitsubishi. Don Tyson and 71B, Springdale.
Hurt your wrist on the pickleball court? Rolled your ankle chasing the game-winning play? Ozark Orthopedics is here when you need them the most. They've got orthopedic urgent cares open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday in Bentonville and Fayetteville. And get the free Hurt app for 24/7, 365 days a year injury advice from an orthopedic specialist. With Ozark Orthopedics, you get answers fast and avoid unnecessary trips to the ER. Download the free Hurt app today or visit ozark-ortho.com to learn more.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Your contenders are picked, the upsets are looming, and yet you still haven't decided where you're going to watch the games? Twin Peaks is the #1 seed for the tournament. Every game on wall-to-wall TVs, 29-degree drafts from tip-off till overtime, and every scratch-made bite makes the highlight reel. Visit your local lodge and post up to witness the madness all tournament. Twin Peaks in Rogers, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Thomas, open three from the corner, and it's good.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Sutherland's. Our exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and by Ozark Orthopedics. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
The Nielsen ratings, the top 4 programs that are getting watched. Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, and that little school in Arkansas.
This is Hog Reaction.
82-79, the final score tonight. I'm sitting here watching a couple different angles of the Acuff jumper on the inbounds play. And man, that's not a game you're hitting on easy on NBA 2K. That was that's a tough shot in that spot with 5 seconds on the shot clock.
So, it's like upper 90, right, Matt?
I'm sorry, I kind of missed what you said.
It's like upper 90, right? That shot?
Absolutely.
That is, Mike Neighbors had a term, and for players like him, they call him a 1%er. It's a guy that's, got all the physical tools and the work ethic. That just a 1%er. I mean, there are very few people on the planet that can hit that shot in that spot with 5 seconds to go, and all the things that are kind of going on around it. But I don't think it seems to bother him. Matt, you were one of those guys. I mean, you were like a 5-star. I mean, how do you stay calm in moments like that?
Well, I had a lot of good teammates. I was a 3-star. I had a lot of good teammates. You got to. I don't know how people trust the star rating or whatever, but that's the thing that when you look at Acuff, he makes the right basketball play, and that's what I talk about. His game against Alabama was the most unselfish 49 points I'd ever seen, because he makes the right basketball play. He's not out there looking to score like a Steve Francis. You think about guards that they get the ball and they're like, if you're going up and down the court and the guard doesn't ever pass you the ball, I don't want you as a teammate. Like get your teammate. The job of a point guard is to make the right basketball play and to be a facilitator. That is exactly what Acuff checks both of those boxes.
I'm sitting here looking at some ESPN analytics. They said Oklahoma had a 73% chance to make the tournament with a win tonight. Now just a 43% chance with the 3-point loss. I think Oklahoma may be in trouble. And again, it depends on what happens around them. But man, that's a blow for Oklahoma.
Poor Sooners, guys. I feel bad for them. Be a shame if we beat them in football the first time we play them next year too.
That would be that would make the entire state of Oklahoma very, very upset. Okay, so tell me, I mean, y'all are more familiar with Ole Miss than I am. I know Beard's a defensive guy, and he's going to try. He'll have something cooked up for Acuff, but I mean, if you're, I don't want to sound like Hawk Harrelson here, but if you're going to pick somebody, pick to click tomorrow that has to step up, a guy who has to play a big game tomorrow to kind of assist Acuff in this. Matt, who do you think's got to do this?
Billy Richmond. I'm Billy Richmond all day.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy because he's a defense to offensive guy. Like, he'll hit a three every now and then, but everything he gets, I mean, the play they made in the first half, the steal, the dive, and then the lob out to Acuff for the dunk. I mean, he's a guy that can show up in the box score in different ways and help you win. He doesn't have to score 20, but he can do a lot of different things for you.
Yeah, he didn't shoot the ball that great tonight. 4 of 11, so I expect him. He had it. I mean, he has 5 or 6 20-plus point outbursts on the season, so I think that's a good pick. I would like to see Malik Ewing get going. I'd like to see kind of a double-double type of night from him on the bench. Ole Miss is small guys. They are small a lot of times out there. Arkansas struggles with size, but has done a pretty good job when they played some smaller teams like Texas A&M. So I look for Malik Ewan to have a big night tomorrow, or big day. I keep saying night, but the game's it's going to start like 2:45 tomorrow.
Yeah, and that we're hoping it starts at 2:45. These games have been running almost 3+ hours. So maybe you get an extra 45 minutes, just where you don't have to you don't have to be on your feet. And I mean that's what it's about at this point. Is just get them off their feet, get them hydrated, get them fed, and then send them back out there.
Well, to your point right there, Zach, Porter Mosier, 3 of his timeouts he called within 20 seconds of the automatic timeouts. There's a timeout at the 16 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes, 4 minutes. We all know he called 3 of his timeouts, but right before those timeouts would go, so you can get a little extra time. I think that's what he was doing right there is when his mindset is trying to get his guys a little extra rest, but then you give the other team extra rest as well.
Yeah, you do, and I'm just going to ask you because I'm going to ask both of you this. When does college basketball, men's college basketball, go to the quarter system? They did it in high school, and they reset the fouls at the end of the quarter. It's completely changed the way high school basketball is played. When are we finally going to do this? Because I mean the women's game does it, the NBA does it, everybody does it, but men's college basketball.
I'm for it, Matt. I'm ready. I don't know how you feel. I'm ready for it to switch over.
I hate watching free throws. I'd rather watch the guys play.
Yeah.
But it's just time to do this. And I don't understand what the holdout is.
Tommy always says they box it in for the 2-hour window, even though it never gets done in 2 hours.
Never.
But that's the rationale, I think.
Yeah, it never happens that way.
Yeah.
The resetting of the fouls after each quarter has changed. It's changed high school basketball. It really has.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at first I wasn't sure, but we're 3 years into it, and it's changed everything. Did we lose Matt? Matt?
No, I think he's still there.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit? No, Zach, I don't think there's anything I dispute with anything you just said. You're the high school guy of the three of us, so I'll take your word for that.
I just think the game flows better to me. It does, and we saw a couple of games earlier today that were it was just a parade of free throws. Every time somebody got touched, we're heading down to the other end. There's no basketball's a rhythm game. It's a flow game, and to me, this at least allows you to keep this thing in flow.
Matt,
I guess.
Matt, do you think Vandy's got a shot to beat Florida tomorrow? Nashville, home city. I would think there's going to be a decent amount of Vanderbilt fans at Bridgestone tomorrow.
I think we may have lost him.
Oh, we did lose it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. We'll take a break. I'll call him and we'll get that back online. 877-377-6963 is the phone number. Arkansas wins tonight, 82-79. You are listening to Hog Reaction on ESPN Arkansas.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
On the road to the game or anywhere life takes you, accidents don't take a timeout. From fender benders to hail damage, you need a repair team you can trust. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned for over 40 years and proudly holds an iCar Gold Class certification, ranking them in the top 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. From dents and dings to hail damage repair, their expert technicians will have your car looking like new. Schedule your estimate today. Go to CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them. Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most.
Mama, Jackie Ferry.
479
479
521
521
4220.
At Mach 1 Financial Group, we are happy to offer objective feedback on your current financial portfolio with no pressure or obligation. If your current plan aligns with what we would recommend, we'll let you know. If we see an opportunity that may be better for your family's situation, we will create a financial plan for you to compare it to. To get a second look at your situation, visit Mach1FG.com. Mach1 Financial Group LLC is a registered investment advisor located in Rogers, Arkansas. A copy of Mach1's current written disclosure brochure is available through the SEC website and at disclosures.mach1fg.com.
When you're ready to ask the question that changes everything, let Swift's Jewelry help you find the ring that says it all. From dazzling diamonds to custom designs that are uniquely yours, Swift's has been creating unforgettable engagements since 1956. Our expert jewelers will guide you through every step of the way so that you can focus on the yes. Swift's Jewelry, your personal jeweler since 1956, in beautiful downtown Fayetteville, where your forever begins.
Bad things happen to good people. I'm Ray Schlegel with the Schlegel Law Firm. With over 20 years of legal experience as a trial attorney specializing in personal injury, criminal, and family cases, I've recovered over $100 million in compensation for my injured and disabled clients, handled serious criminal charges, and repeatedly resolved divorce matters to my client's satisfaction. My staff and I are here in your corner to fight for you and see that better days are ahead. If you've had a bad day, call Ray. For a free consultation, reach us online at baddaycallray.com.
Jersey Mike's, locally owned and operated in Rogers, Bentonville, Fayetteville, and Springdale, believes in the value of ingredients, premium meats, the freshest vegetables, and delectable bread baked throughout the day. And then there's the juice that elevates your sandwich to the highest level. You'll taste the difference in every bite. Jersey Mike's subs are perfect for catering the office or your next tailgate party. Their cookie and brownie trays are the perfect finale to any type of gathering. Fresh baked daily, right there in the store. Jersey Mike's, the best submarine sandwich on the planet, always.
Hey folks, Chuck Barrett here, the voice of the Razorback. And if you're ready for freedom from glasses or contacts, there's only one name you need to know: McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's LASIK, clear lens exchange, or advanced cataract surgery, they've got the solution to help you see your best, no matter your age. Doctors Betts and Mengarelli are the real deal, two of the most experienced surgeons anywhere. They've even taken care of my eye. And now I'm seeing the basketball court crystal clear. I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye. And you will be too.
Fumbled by a flood, blindsided by a fire, tackled by mold? Don't sweat it. Call the pros at Rainbow Restoration. From water damage and fire and smoke restoration to mold remediation and odor removal, they've got your back. One call takes care of it all for all of Northwest Arkansas. They clean up the mess and build it back better than it was before. Call 479-900-9392. Now that's 479-900-9392. Rainbow Restoration. We restore, you recover.
Open three from the corner, and it's good.
You're listening to Hog Reaction, presented by Sutherland's. Our exclusive coverage of the SEC tournament in Nashville is also provided by the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery and by Ozark Orthopedics. Call or text the program at 877-377-6963.
The Nielsen ratings, the top 4 programs that are getting watched: Duke, Michigan State, North Carolina, and that little school in Arkansas.
This is Hog Reaction.
Arkansas wins tonight 82-79. You want to get in here? Last segment, 877-377-6963. I got Matt back. Matt missed a riveting discussion on the moving halves to quarters. And Matt, you probably would have added a ton of insight to that, but it wasn't the most interesting thing we've done tonight. First of all, thank you guys for hanging out with me. You've made my I can't remember the last time I was up at 23 after 1 in the morning. It's been a while, but y'all made it fun. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Did I lose everybody? I guess I lost everybody. They've all bailed on me. Well, that would be the perfect way to end this edition of Hog Reaction. I guess Arkansas winner tonight. They will play at 2:00 tomorrow, and we will see the I guess 2:00 on the pregame. Game time is scheduled for 2:30. Arkansas will take on the 11th seed Ole Miss, and we'll see how that one turns out. For Matt and Ty, I appreciate them hanging out with me and keeping this going tonight. Again, the final score tonight, 82-79. We will talk to you tomorrow with Hog Reaction after the ball game. Y'all have a great night.
Listening to Hog Reaction. Exclusive coverage from the Music City is brought to you by Sutherland's, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, and by Ozark Orthopedics.
What's better than watching the Hogs play in the tournament with world-class barbecue? Nothing. On Monday, March 23rd, Ruskin and Zach are taking the show on the road to Fort Smith, live from Blue Ember Smokehouse at 8000 Phoenix Avenue. Talking March Madness plus anything else that comes to mind, which, as you know, can be anything. 2 p.m., Blue Ember Smokehouse, 8000 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. Ruskin, Zach, and the best barbecue in the natural state. Blue Ember Smokehouse. Get smoked.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and win-win